Welcome everyone back to another daily coaching lesson. We are live on YouTube. We're also live on my personal Facebook page. If you're watching this in the Motivation to Quit Alcohol group, then you're probably watching it after it's been live. But welcome to another daily coaching lesson. I am Aaron, the Sober Life Coach. I'm a coach, author, and I've been 7 years sober since 2018. And I was able to do that without rehab, without AA, without the traditional path, and how to kind of create my own path when I first got sober. And I wanted to share that path with you, the things I've learned, the things that could probably help you, because it helped me get over that. And I was a problem drinker for over 18 years. So if you're in that same place, maybe you're a gray area drinker or a problem drinker, then you are in the right place. A quick medical warning: if you cannot go more than 1 to 2 hours without a drink, please seek medical attention. If you're getting shakes, tremors, those kinds of things, because quitting drinking can be very dangerous. To quit cold turkey if you're physically dependent. But other than that, let's get started with today, because it's a super exciting lesson, and I wanted you guys to share something with you guys today. Today we're going to be talking about the cravings, coping, and the 5 p.m. trap. We're going to ask yourself how we can break the reward loop, right? Because why does 5 p.m. hit and suddenly drinking feels like the reward you earned, right? Your work's done, your stress is high, your energy is low, and you think that you need some kind of reward, and alcohol has become that solution to that problem for you. And maybe it's one of the solutions that you always looking to for a long time. I know for me, it wasn't 5 p.m. It was 10:30, 11 o'clock, because I worked a late night shift at the time. And that was that time that when I get off work, I would rush to the liquor store. I would get my alcohol. I would go home and I would drink with my wife. And I felt like that was the thing that I needed to do. And I would think about it all day. I would obsess with it. I would be caught in that trap after work. I thought that I needed that connection, needed that stress relief. I needed those things that I thought alcohol was giving me the solution to. And that's where I was. And the work was done, the stress was high for me, and my energy was low. You have waning willpower at the end of the day. So you are low energy, your stress is high, and alcohol has become the solution for your reward at the end of the day. So what's going on here? Well, it's something called the habit loop. I don't know if you've heard of it. You probably have if you read Atomic Habits or anything by Charles Duhigg, or maybe you've been watching these videos for a little while. But the habit loop goes like this: you get a cue, you craving, you get a response, and then you get a reward. So 5 p.m. is the cue, right? 5 p.m. is the trigger. You drink is the response, and temporary relief is the reward. And I say temporary because alcohol is a temporary relief. It doesn't actually relieve your stress. It doesn't actually relieve the things you think it does. It relieves it temporarily, maybe for a moment. I know for me, once you get that first drink, you feel great, right? You feel like, oh man, finally you get to relax, your brain turns off a little bit, but then you're always searching for another one. I know for me, because I was a problem drinker, I was always just searching for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sometimes 6, and then more shots of vodka, and it would just continuously go on like that. And all because of this cue response reward situation, right? The cue was getting off work. The response for me was drinking, right? And the reward was temporary relief, or I thought maybe the reward could have been connection with the people I love. Those kinds of things are why alcohol was a solution for me. And I was caught in this habit loop, but it's just a habit with an addictive substance later on top. So if you can understand this, one thing that I'm teaching you and carry this with you through the rest of your alcohol-free lifestyle is that's how the habit loop goes. It's a cue, craving, response, reward. That's super important to understand, because awareness is key here. So you got coping tools versus coping lies, right? Your coping lie was, I need a drink to unwind. I need a drink to relax. I need a drink to sleep. I need a drink to whatever solution you're looking for, right? And that's a lie, because it doesn't actually help you relax. It doesn't actually help you relieve your stress. And if you played the tape forward a little bit, you would understand that alcohol is not the solution to the problems that you have in your life. The solutions are things that you have, that these tools that you can put in your life to have better coping skills, right? So the coping tools that I like to use are breath work, right? Exercise, workouts, journaling, calling someone, connection. We talk a lot about the 6 sober habits in Sober in 6, and the Kickstart Your Coach. We talk about a little bit, and the Dare to Be Sober Challenge. All right. So these 6 sober habits are journaling, mindfulness every single day, daily connection, learning and growing, having a meaningful, absorbing project, and exercise and nutrition. And if we can start putting those 6 sober habits into our life and start understanding how to work those in, then alcohol no longer becomes a solution, because we become a different person with better coping tools and better better habits and better things in our lives to get to where we want to go. Because the life feels easier, but the tools create the real progress. That's where progress comes in, having the tools and the systems and the plans in place to get to where you want to go. So you have coping tools versus coping lies. So if you're stuck in that coping lie, right, that you need alcohol drink to unwind, maybe we should start looking at that a little bit and start putting better tools in place to have something there. So when that 5 p.m. when the 5 p.m. craving comes on, you have something better in your life to that alcohol is no longer the solution to you. So um boredom and stress equaled earn drinking, right? That's what we think a lot of the time. I know for me it was boredom, it was stress, it was I thought I deserved it, right? It's about what alcohol represents at 5 p.m., right? It represents to you maybe a break, and maybe it represents a reward, maybe it represents a release, maybe it represents a connection. And all these are solutions that you put in place, and you thought alcohol was the solution, but I can guarantee you that it probably wasn't. It wasn't for me, and it's probably not for you, the solution to your problems. I can guarantee that if you start putting better habits in place and better things in place to have at 5 p.m. or whenever that trigger or craving hits, then you're going to be able to get over this a lot easier than thinking that alcohol is equals a break, a reward, a release, because it's not true in the long run. So, and if you're watching this, you probably understand that too, because you know that alcohol is a liar and it's not giving you what you need to, what you want. If you're watching these videos, I can guarantee that you somewhere inside of you, you know that that's not what you need. So what do we do, right? We talk about this 5 p.m. Reward cycle. We talk about habits and cues and triggers and all these things. So can we actually take an action step to do today? Well, we can build your 5 p.m. sober playbook, right? So what I want you guys to do is take a journal or whatever, maybe write this down and just think about it. What is your new cue, right? What is your new response, your new real reward, right? Because what are you going to put in place instead of alcohol? Because 5 p.m. You could have a response like walk, work out, read, reward yourself with something else, confidence and progress, right? You can reward yourself with confidence and progress, knowing that you're moving forward, you're becoming that sober version of you, that sober 2.0 version of you. So what's your new cue, right? What is that cue? Well, maybe you have that craving. Instead of going straight to the liquor store, maybe you're going to take a different route home, right? That's a response. It's not reacting, that's a response. Maybe when you have that cue, you're going to go for a walk, or you're going to have some exercise, or maybe you're going to read a book. That's your new response, right? And the new reward is knowing that you have this progress coming, you have this confidence coming, you have this sober 2.0 version of you that's going to be coming into fruition if you keep doing this. So what is your new cue that you're going to have, or what kind of response are you going to have, and what is the real reward they're going to give yourself other than alcohol, because that's super important. So this is a really awesome tool that I created for my coaching clients, and I created for the people in the Kickstart Coach and the things that I teach you guys here. It's called the DARE method, right? So the DARE method is disrupt, ask, reframe, and execute. So what is their DARE reflection for 5 p.m. Sober playbook that you can add in? Well, you can use this to reframe your thoughts and bring awareness to this. And so what we're going to ask yourself is disrupt it. What's my 5 p.m. autopilot move I need to break from today? What are you doing it on autopilot that you need to break from? Are you getting in your car and just driving to the liquor store? Are you walking home and automatically just grabbing a beer? Are you getting off a day of work and just pouring a glass of wine without thinking about it? What is that autopilot? What is that autopilot move that you need to break today? And ask yourself, what's really triggering me at 5 p.m.? Is it stress, boredom, habit? Is it an identity thing? What do I need? What is the underlying issue that I have that alcohol has become the solution to? Is it stress? Is it boredom? Is it just a habit? Is it something in your identity? Are you feeling like you're lacking progress? Or what is it? What is that actual thing? And trying to write that down, try to figure that out, because it's going to be super helpful. And how can I see 5 p.m.? We're going to reframe it now. And how can I see 5 p.m. as a chance to lead myself, not reward myself with alcohol? How can you see it as something else? How can you see this 5 p.m. as a chance to lead yourself? How can you see it as a chance to connect with your family? How can you see it as a chance to do it? Because it's the complete opposite of what alcohol says, right? If alcohol means you numb out, maybe you need to connect with your spouse, right? If alcohol says that I'm going to relieve your anxiety, well, maybe you can think about it and say, actually, it's not going to relieve my anxiety. I have better ways. I can exercise, I can meditate, I can do all these things that put something better in my life. So what is that? How can you see 5 p.m. as a chance to lead yourself, not reward yourself with alcohol, right? And then we're going to execute on a plan, right? What is the exact action I'll take today at 5 p.m. instead of drinking? What is that exact thing you're going to do? Put it in place. We fall to the systems in our life, right? We need systems. We need things in place, because we talked about reacting and responding, right? If you're just reacting to life and you're just going going through the autopilot motions and you're just going through life, your alcohol is still going to always have a grip on you. But if you learn to respond with a plan and something in place, at least something, it doesn't really matter what it is at first. Maybe it's something that works for you, whatever it is. If you have a plan and you have an exact action, you're going to take at 5 p.m. instead of drinking. That's really going to help set you up for success. So how can I set it up now before the craving hits? How can you put something in place today, so when that 5 p.m. craving hits, you're no longer going to go on autopilot, right? And once you start doing this, it's a little bit awkward. You're going to have those cravings, right? They're going to come and go, just like a wave. We're going to talk about cravings later on in some of these lives, but the cravings come and go. They don't control you, right? And the more you feed them, the bigger they get. But the less you feed them, right, the less that you have let them control you, the less strong they're going to get over time. And eventually you're not going to have those, and you're going to have better solutions in place to put that. So how can you set up something before the craving hits? Are you going to have your journal maybe beside the door when you come home? Or are you going to maybe go straight to seeing your kids or your husband instead of going to get that wine? Like what is that thing that you need? Or maybe you need to take a couple minutes when you get off work just to relax on your own and listen to some music or meditate, whatever it is. Put that plan in place and then execute it on it. So we're going to disrupt, we're going to ask, and we're going to reframe. We're gonna reframe, and then we're gonna execute on that plan. So what's your 5 p.m. model autopilot move you need to break today? What's really triggering you at 5 p.m.? Is it stress, boredom, habit, identity? What is that actually triggering you? And how can you see 5 p.m. as a chance to lead yourself, not reward yourself with alcohol, right? And what's the opposite of that? If alcohol doesn't relieve your stress, what does it do? It makes you more stressed. If it doesn't relieve your anxiety, what does it do? It makes you more anxious. Kind of reframe that thought around it, and then we're going to execute with your exact action that you're going to take at 5 p.m. and how you can set that before that craving hits. Put all those things in place, and then I think that you'll find that alcohol slowly loses its grip on you over time. So anyways, guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope that you found something out of this. If you did, please leave me a like, share, comment. And if you want the Kickstart coach that we're going to be talking about here in a second, then just comment ready and I'll send that over to you for absolutely free. So you can join the Kickstart coach. It is free. It is, you get videos and audios. You get 7 short audios and videos to shift your mindset just like this right to your email inbox. You get a sober co-pilot powered by AI. It's your 24/7 support with the Kickstart coach GPT. That's really cool. We're going to be working and expanding on that. So it's kind of like having me in your pocket all the time, 24/7. You can ask it questions. You can, go that as AI and GPTs get better. GPT-5 is coming out, so it's going to be really cool to see how that plays out and how we can expand the Sober Copilot. So that's really cool, and that's absolutely free as well. And the workbooks, so you're going to get quick workbooks that help you win the day every single day, reflections, workbooks, and every day we're going to go through this DARE method to kind of disrupt, ask, reframe, and execute on a plan. And also you're going to get a free PDF copy of my book, Kickstart Your Comeback. So all that's absolutely free. If you want to join the Kickstart Coach, you can join there at www.soberinSix.com/Kickstart Coach, or you can just reach out or click the link in the description of this live. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for letting me be your coach. Thank you for letting me just be in your ear for a minute today. I know that you guys are busy, so I don't want to keep you too long, but I'll tell you this, life is better on the sober side, my friends. And always, I'm rooting for you. I want you to win. I want you to live an alcohol-free lifestyle, because it's my mission to help as many career-driven parents and high performers live that alcohol-free lifestyle, so you can go out there and impact the world with that purpose, that mission, and that plan that you have. And that Sober 2.0 version of you is going to really do a lot of great things in the world. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining, and I will see you guys in the next video.